What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Podghost with me, Yazz.
And myself, Seff. And on today's show, we have got, you've definitely seen him all over TikTok. He's a very, very big content creator, and he goes by the name, It's Danzy.
Yes,
Danzy.
Assalamu alaikum, guys.
Wa
How's
alaikum
everyone
salam.
doing? How you doing, bros?
If you were close, I would have shook your
Yeah,
hand.
exactly. Bluetooth.
Yeah.
Bluetooth.
Bro, how you been?
Alhamdulillah, been good, bro. It's been busy, but yeah, good to be here. Thank you for having me.
No, of course, man. I appreciate you coming on, Dan.
Pleasure's all ours, my brother. Pleasure's all ours.
of course.
I want to say thank you to our guest before we start because it has took you quite a while to get here.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I remember, but I just spoke to you, just under a month ago.
Yeah, about a month
And I said,
ago.
let's get you on.
Yeah.
But you've been mashallah busy in your work. You've been
Yeah.
very, caught up with being a digital creator, content creator.
But it's not easy.
It is not
It
easy.
is not easy.
It's not easy. So when you do your videos, but I'm sure they take you time to shoot
Yeah.
them. And I think it's more probably the brainstorming of
What to actually do, what content
Yeah.
to actually create. I mean, that's a
Definitely.
perfect question to start it off. Like, what actually got you into TikTok?
So this started about 2 years ago, COVID.
Right.
So I used to do YouTube videos, like funny YouTube videos, vlogs, etc. I never knew what TikTok was.
Yeah.
And then a few of my friends were on it. Like, they were doing quite well on it. And I'm like, okay, what is this about? So I spoke to one of my guys. He goes by the name of All About Bants. And
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, what is this? So he started telling me what he was doing. He was killing it on it. I'm like, okay, let me just see what it is. Have a bit of fun. It's COVID time. I have nothing to do.
Yeah.
Everyone's sitting at home. You couldn't leave the house. I'm like, let me just try it out. Started making a few videos. And at that time, I didn't want to know people. Like, it was me.
Of
So I
course.
didn't tell none of my family. Didn't tell none of my boys. No one. I just started making like dumb videos. Like, I used to do dumb videos like the best nightclubs in the UK, the best cities in the UK, stuff like that, stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
I started getting a bit of traction. I'm like, okay, cool, this is a bit of fun. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
People loving the comments, people were engaging, which I'm like, okay, fair enough. And then from that point on, just continue to do these type of videos. And then, funny enough, I saw that India was a big niche.
Yeah.
A very, very big niche. And I'm like, you know what? Let me try and take on a niche, see what it's about. So I started making Indian videos. So like the cities with the highest Muslim population in India, the most popular cities in India, the best Bollywood actors in India, stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then I just started seeing crazy numbers. I'd done one, which was like the best schools in India. I had like 15 million views, something like
Wow.
that. The best Bollywood actors, 10 million views. I'm like, what is this? I never knew the Indian population was this strong.
Yeah.
And then I continued doing that. And then I kind of like saw, because at that time I wasn't quite into Islam and that. So let me actually go back where my Islam story actually
Yeah,
started.
go on.
So obviously my parents taught me all about Islam, took me to Quran lessons, etc., all of that. But then I wasn't like, praying, etc., like that. I mean,
Yeah, of
yeah,
course.
I mean, my parents were, everyone was, I wasn't kind of on it. And then you might be familiar with this. I'm sure you're aware of a brother called Ali Banat.
Of course, yeah.
His story, I remember I was just Googling YouTube, watching it, and then I watched the documentary done with Hoblos, the brother
Yes.
Hoblos, and then how he kind of showed that he had everything: cars, money, girls, women, everything. And then in a blink of a second, click of a finger, gone. And he wanted to change his life around. And then that whole documentary kind of like shook me. I was like, okay, shit. So this is what, because at that time I was like, okay, I want to make money. I'm young. I want to have the best life. I want to be successful. But I never kind of knew that actual success comes from your deen, and the afterlife is where it's actually at. And then that kind of like shook me, and then I'm like, okay, cool. Then I started looking more into Islam. I started following his page, Muslims around the world, etc. I kind of followed upon it, and then I remember the brother sadly passed away. Mullah got him the highest ranks in Jannah. Ameen.
Ameen.
And then from that point on, I was like, okay, cool. It kind of like switched my whole perspective, my whole mind of like what I want to do in life, what my goal is, what my religion is, kind of focus on that. And then I started practicing, reading Quran more, trying to learn more about Islam.
Yeah, man.
And this was a few years before TikTok. And then, because I was kind of into it, I noticed that there wasn't much Islamic content or like that being put onto TikTok. There was a few creators, one or two, but there wasn't like high amount.
Obviously,
of
at that time, TikTok was kind of fairly new because I think
Correct.
in lockdown, that's when I basically jumped onto it. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it before that.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So that's when it was very, very new. I'm like, okay, could be an opportunity for me to educate people, educate myself, because I wasn't really close to Islam. I was getting there, but I learned myself, I educate people. I'll benefit from it, people will benefit from it. And who knows what could happen at the end of the day. I'll get rewards from it and I can help people. And that's where that kind of started. So then I started the content creation, started making Islamic videos, and yeah.
Did you notice a difference in the attraction you was getting when you done the Islamic videos to like just the normal trending
So
viral videos?
at the start,
Yeah.
it was obviously nothing amazing.
Right.
But then I'm like, I kind of had to question my intentions. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it for the right reasons, not for the sake of attention, views.
Of course, yeah.
So that's one thing I always have to keep myself check on. It's a big thing for me because it's a very normal thing for people I follow, like especially with Muslim, to like stay on like the right track and not kind of let the views, attention, etc. kind of affect how you are and who you are. So yeah, so at the start it wasn't amazing, but then just continued, and because India was still there at the time, so it was very big because they have a massive Muslim population. Alhamdulillah.
Of course, yeah.
And then it just started going on and on, like it went crazy. And then obviously, you know, India got removed from TikTok.
I was just going to say that. So since you're basing it upon, like, you had a lot of Indian viewers, and then when obviously they banned TikTok completely.
Yeah.
I heard this. I heard like it's in the pipeline. They're trying to get rid of it in quite a few other countries as well. Even here, yeah. They're trying to get. Yeah, I don't know why. Obviously, look, the biggest social media places are like Instagram, Facebook.
Yeah, correct.
So obviously, I think is it TikTok's owned by like the Chinese, isn't it?
Yeah.
So obviously they're not happy with that, innit? Because China's getting all the data and everything like that.
True.
Obviously, I don't know the ins and outs of it, but that's what I just hear on TikTok.
So, bro, you know, obviously you spoke about how you kind of evolved from using, you know, trending videos, trending hashtags. Is that what you call them on TikTok?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
And then you gradually went into the Islamic way. Would you call yourself an Islamic creator, like a Muslim creator, like only things based on Islam? Or are you still open to working with, you know, different cultures, different backgrounds? What is your actual title in that sense?
So in terms of working with other cultures, people, I'm always open to that. I mean, if I can learn something about another person's religion, why not? I'm very open to that. Of course. But at the same time, I am like Islamic, as in a lot of people use the phrase, are you a sheikh? Are you an imam? Like my view on that is I'm a normal guy. I love my religion. I love to preach about my religion. It's the way of me benefiting myself. And it was the way of me helping people, but also helping myself. So I say like, I am open to learning about other religions, work with other people, etc. But mainly it's to push the narrative, not narrative, but like Islam forward, inshallah.
Of course, you mostly break down, like, for example, hadiths or, you know, things like, just like Islamic things, but broken down for your viewers and your followers to understand it.
Yeah.
Sometimes what happens is you see these imams and people that do YouTube. Sometimes by the end of the video, you're thinking, what was all that about?
Yeah.
You know, they don't really break it down. It's very strong. It's very...
It's like you have to be a knowledgeable person to understand what they're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I get you.
So when you're doing your videos, it's more like straight to the point. You know, you say, pray this and this will be the benefit.
Yeah.
And I think they're the videos that me personally, that I really liked of yours. I thought, you know what, you actually come across as someone who sounds really aggressive. I think it's nice aggressive. It ain't like, you know, certain people, I'm not gonna mention their names. Certain people sound like they're really angry. Just woke up angry and just made a YouTube video. But with your stuff now, why would you take that approach? What is your reasoning behind sounding very aggressive, loud, not in a rude way, like I said, but it's very unique, if you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the way that came about is I've always been energetic. If you ask my friends, I'm a very energetic guy. Like I'm always cracking the jokes. I'm always saying dumb stuff. And then I've always had that high energy anyways. So when it came to TikTok, I've noticed that you have to kind of be straight to the point. And I feel like a lot with our generation, a lot of people can connect when you're straight to their face. And I feel like it works, it engages, it helps people. Whereas if I was to say, yeah, read Ayatul Kursi, I mean, realistically, it's going to swipe off.
No, you're
I mean, it makes sense. I mean, if some people might find it aggressive, but it comes out of love, it comes out of energy, but it comes out of helping and trying to benefit people. And like your point about the longer videos, for example, YouTube, I mean, realistically nowadays, TikTok's like 5 seconds. Within 5 seconds, you need to engage a person in order to stay on the video. YouTube's a lot longer. I mean, nowadays, I can make a video, for example, I done the day before Eid, when Eid is. It's quick, it's about 15-second video. It engages people are sharing it, people understand their benefit from it. But yeah, that's on that. But in terms of like the energy, it just comes from love, it comes from passion, and mainly trying to gain attention so it can actually benefit a person. I mean, if I scream at you, well, not in a lovely way, but you benefit from it, is that better than you not benefiting from it? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Now you hit the nail on the head there, because I'm not gonna lie, this generation, or however, from whenever it started, let's be real, personally myself, I am not gonna get engaged unless it's quick. If someone turned around and said to me, right, today guys, we are going to talk about when it is going to be Eid. I'm not gonna lie, we're done with swipe. But if he came on and he said, look, Eid is on Friday. The reason why it's on Friday, because the moon has been, I'm like, yep, I've got all the information I needed in 10 seconds instead of watching a 3-minute video.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
True,
yeah.
true. I think you've nailed that. I think there's in a way, it's very unique because there's not many who I can think of. There's not many
That
people
come with a approach
do
like that. Yeah.
that sort of style.
Yeah.
But you do know people are going to start copying that now.
Yeah,
When
yeah,
they start seeing you grow, it's just the way the industry works. Yeah.
Yeah.
They start seeing you do well, they're going to start copying that.
Yeah.
Same, and you probably see it, but we don't obviously come across them. I came across your stuff because it was becoming a regular thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before I reached out to you, I just saw the numbers you were creating were amazing. Like people were really interacting with you. But at the same time, it's not always good.
Yeah.
Interaction can also lead to you getting depressed. You know, sometimes someone just says one word, bro, and you're like,
Yeah, of course, yeah.
it wasn't that deep for you to go so hard on me, you know?
Yeah.
How do you deal with negativity and trolling? How do you personally deal with that and how do you overcome it?
So initially,
Yeah.
it used to annoy me. It used to like piss me off, like really
What sort
bad.
of stuff pissed you off?
So it would be like dumb comments like stuff like, why are you screaming at me? Like, or like they start going deep into it. You have nothing better to do with your life. You're a scam. You're a fake. You're using Islam for money to get views. This, that. Stuff like that. Because then you know it's. I mean, as much as it shouldn't affect me, it affects everyone. Like someone say dumb stuff like, oh, you're using Islam. You're going to hell. You're this. You're that. Watch out. I'm gonna come for you. All this stuff like that. At first, used to like kind of affect me, but then over the years, like now, it doesn't affect me at all. Like not at all.
You just ignore it.
I ignore it or I just laugh at it.
Do you know, it's weird because you know, as viewers, yeah, even though we watch the videos, I'm going to speak like specifically for you. So even though I watch your videos, the first place everyone decides to go to is the comment section to see what they're saying.
Yeah.
But you know what? 9 times out of 10, all these people that are trolling, they don't even have a profile picture. They've got 0 followers.
That's my
0
biggest
likes.
response.
Yeah, exactly.
My biggest response.
No, I don't even respond because you know, even when we're posting on the podcast page, you get so many people saying certain things, and I just look at it. Oh yeah, all right, cool. Don't get me wrong, we always interact with our guests.
Yeah.
But if people are just, you know, there's no point entertaining them.
The best way I respond to that is if you think you can do a better job than me, come on social media, promote the deen. Simple. But they won't reply, they won't do it. So what's your point then? Stop talking.
Do you think people that troll are people you know personally?
Ooh.
That's a good question. I'm hoping not.
Yeah.
But maybe. Could be. That's a very good question.
Yeah, but I honestly think, personally, it is people you know.
Can you imagine like my brother or something?
Well, I've got news for you. Now, you know what? The reason why I asked you, bro, because when you start doing well with life, bro, yeah, sometimes what happens is your own people don't want to see it.
Oh,
yeah?
I agree.
A normal person, for an example, let's just say Joe, yeah? Joe don't care how big you get.
Yeah.
Because Joe's going to support you. He don't know you. He don't give a shit how much money you make.
Yeah.
Don't give a shit what girl you've got or what car you drive. Or,
Yeah.
But it's your own people that grow up with you or know your family. They're the ones that are going to be like, how's he gone and smashed it?
Yeah.
100%. And they're the ones that I feel are the ones that go home, create the accounts, create all that bullshit, and just spread madness about you. Because a normal person wouldn't need to do it.
Yeah.
Think about it. Why would a random person, want to upset you?
Yeah.
Someone you know might want to just affect you a little bit mentally. And I've actually clocked a few people in the past that I've questioned and haven't got the right response. But you don't want to obviously say it.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Or have a problem. But I think personally that is the reason.
I mean, think about it. You know, TikTok is literally it's fun bashing.
Yeah,
You're going up,
literally.
up or double tap.
Yeah.
For you to actually click on comment and then not even write something nice, you're going, and some people write paragraphs.
Yeah.
They go in, they start talking about the whole person's life. Like, you know, recently when we've put up some podcasts, I'll start reading some comments and I'm like, bro, you might as well jump on the podcast because you know more about his life than us. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just mental. But you know, another thing I wanted to talk about is it's based on the same topic. It's like, you know that I used to always say that what's so hard about giving someone a like when you're scrolling on someone's videos? You know, because you know sometimes you know when someone's seen your video, but you feel like, bro, you didn't even like the video.
Yeah.
Do you ever sometimes feel like that?
No, not really. I don't.
No, because you know how it was for me when I asked one of my mates that what do you think it is?
Yeah.
And now I'm talking a little bit more about algorithm. Yeah, when you like a video, like I noticed it a few times. Yeah, when you like a video, TikTok now starts showing you more videos like that video.
Correct.
And some people are like, look, it's not that I don't like the video. It's just I can't be bothered for every single one of my TikToks to just be about depressing quotes or you know, car engines getting fixed and stuff like that. But when you don't like videos, the algorithm is just constantly changing. You're just getting different videos all the time. And I just find it a bit weird because obviously as content creators, you take hours or minutes or however long to make a video. and then you don't even get the like because you're
Nah,
like,
I do
you
think-
know what I mean? Yeah.
And especially when it's not from people you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Exactly.
How many, mashallah, you've done, as this current time, you've got what, 2 million,
2 million.
followers on TikTok?
TikTok, yeah.
Congratulations on
Congratulations,
that. It's
man.
such a big achievement for you, bro. And for anyone to do that independently, but we're going to come to that in a bit anyway,
Yeah.
how you got there and stuff. But what I was going to say was, for an example, your journey of doing all this stuff, it started somewhere where you were just chilling in a room. You know, it was COVID, you started doing this. The way it all works for any TikTok or any social media person, it always starts off as an idea. It always starts off as a joke. Let's be honest, a lot of your own people must go, what's he gonna do? Like, look, he's opened an Instagram account.
Yeah.
It's only when they start seeing you doing a little bit well, that's when they start feeling like, oh,
All
let's
right,
start
mate,
liking this
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Let's start liking it, because before we never used to like it.
Yeah.
And for you to think, why wouldn't my own friends or people that break bread with me like or support my content?
Yeah.
But you're gonna see that when you blow, when you don't need the support, that's when they start doing it. And I find that as the biggest irony, and partly why I left the music industry,
Yeah.
is because obviously Seff knows all about the way we've always built music and
Yeah.
built artists, and it was that reason was one of the biggest reasons, bro.
Yeah.
Where you saw your own people, like you could be with someone the night before. You know, you're into restaurants, you went to a lounge or whatever.
Yeah.
The next day you released it.
And there's no
They
support.
posted some next shit, and you're thinking, I worked a month to create this,
Yeah.
and you didn't have the decency to like it.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you get me? But you don't want to say it to them, do you?
Yeah, yeah, I
Because
know
you feel
what you
like, what's the point of saying it? And then they'll be like, oh, you should just told me.
Yeah.
I would have posted it, bruv. Come on, it's not like
Yeah,
that. But
yeah,
it
yeah.
is like that because you don't want the person to do well.
Yeah.
There's no point sugarcoating it. So that's why we asked you, like, when you see people don't like your stuff, do you feel the same way that you've noticed with your growth that people have come back?
Yeah, definitely. One thing I'm really firm on is up near the worst, in my opinion. Your own people are your biggest haters.
I said this in
I'll
the-
say
You
it
did,
hands
you did, you
down.
did.
Especially, it's very big in like the Desi community as well, not just the Muslim community. Desi community is the biggest. It's really bad. Your own people hate on you. Like, I don't get it. Why would you hate on another Paki or Pakistani or another Doom? Well, it's just
Cancel him.
Oh, we're allowed to say it, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Are we?
yeah, I'm sure we are. Like, why would you hate on your own person? It just doesn't make sense.
No, you're right. You're right.
I fully agree with you, man.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've seen the previous pods we've done, but there was one guest, I don't know, we do so many now.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mentioned the fact that
I think it was Harp's Core.
it was Harps.
It was Harps,
Big
innit?
up DJ
Yeah,
Harps.
big up Harps.
So DJ Harps is a really good friend of ours. And
Yeah.
I remember saying to her that, because she's in radio, and she was
Yeah.
the biggest in radio,
Yeah.
the best. And we asked her, do you feel like the biggest hate comes from your own? And I've always said it, bro. Like, it's always your own.
Yeah.
And I don't know why. And I've never done that, bro. Look, I've reached out to you.
Yeah.
But I'm an older guy. I'm so much older than you, but I still reached out and said, well done, man. You're doing really well.
Yeah.
I don't need to do that.
Exactly.
Exactly.
I don't need to give, even if I said to you, do a pod with me, even if you said, no, I don't want to do it, go, you know.
Yeah.
I'll still be cool with you. I still gave you a follow.
Yeah, of
Give
course.
you love, you know, you're a young boy. I want you to look up to us,
Yeah.
elder people, and think they're supporting me, man.
Yeah.
I like that, you know.
It's
Look,
exactly the same for me. I mean, I'm basically still kind of new to social media in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I'm still growing myself.
Yeah.
But it's like, cool, XYZ can follow me, but when your own follows you and your own like kind of likes your stuff,
Yeah,
it
it
means
means
so
more.
much more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Like, I couldn't care less if A, B, C, D liked
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I agree,
as
I
long
agree.
as you liked it,
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm
I
good
agree.
with that.
So true.
It makes you
Yeah.
feel good. But the bigger picture of that now,
Yeah.
is look how we've come down to like how social media basically controls how we start thinking and how we feel. In the sense of we're sitting there, look, we're all grown men. And everyone else does it at home as well. That we get touchy about, oh, bro, you didn't like my video.
Yeah.
Like, look how small and silly it sounds.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's one of them things, innit, that we've come down to that generation now where if you don't support someone in liking a video, putting it up on social media, it could break friendships.
Nah, definitely.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And
Because I think it is a bit deep, though. I don't think it's as small as people. It sounds small because it's like, oh, you didn't like my video, but I think there's a bigger
There is.
agenda behind it. Do you know what I mean, bro?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
look, for an example, you now going back to you when you create a content like a video or
Yeah.
you create content. There's a brainstorming session with you, your friends, or yourself.
Yeah.
Where you sit down thinking, okay, what am I going to talk about next?
Yeah.
It's not easy, bro. For you to
course.
sit there and think, okay, this was trending right now,
Yeah.
so I'm going to make a video on this because it's trending right now.
Yeah.
That's what all digital
Correct.
creators do, right?
Correct.
Now, when you've made that video, you thought of what video to use, and so and so. But when you see that you've created all that, and then at the end of it, you're thinking, I never got the love that I should have got for it. Does that demotivate you moving forward? Like if you were to make a video today, for example, and it got you just like, you know, I'm just talking hypothetical numbers, 10,000 views, but for you that's not a lot.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, oh, I know my views have dropped. I'm starting to get a bit.
Yeah.
Anymore.
Yeah. 100%. It's a very normal thing. As much as you hate to say it, it does. Like, for example, if the numbers kind of drop a bit, I get a bit like, okay, you know what? Where's the love gone? Like, I hate it at the same time because I don't like that, having that feeling. But I feel like it's a very normal, it's a natural feeling for everyone. I promise you, any content will have the same feeling. It's very, very natural. Like, sometimes the numbers do, I'm like, where's all the love gone? And then I'm like, I need to think faster. I need to start creating more ideas. It just goes back to me just being more motivated. It motivates me in a way.
Yeah,
definitely motivates me.
Do you think it's because of the content in the video? So maybe sometimes the content you think is good.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is dynamic.
Yeah.
Some people don't really
definitely
fuck with that sort of content.
Yeah, exactly. No, 100%. 100%.
So sometimes with us with podcasting, for example, we've got some, you know, a person you'd think would get so much love, and you realise the person you thought wouldn't get the love
is getting the
got
love.
more love.
Yeah.
And we're like, how did that work?
Yeah.
But that's because their content and what you're talking about is a lot more appealing
Yeah.
than hearing how someone bought a AMG McLaren or whatever you want to call it, and freezer exhaust pipes. So that's, for me, I think that's what, it's your conversation that brings people onto your platform and onto your page, where they think, you know what, I love the way he brought up this topic. But you know, moving with topics, with you and your controversial style, I'd say, because it is controversial in the sense, you don't say nothing wrong, but it can be like, like we said before, it can be really loud. And when you look about your, you know, moving on from now, maybe 4 or 5 years down the line, is this the same sort of vibe we're going to see? Or is there other things that you've got in mind that, you know what, I'm going to change it up a bit, or I want to create maybe my own channel on YouTube and create an actual program? What's your future plans with these sort of?
So as of right now, I want to continue doing what I do. I mean, I don't see a stop to it. I feel like the more I do it, the more I'm going to love it, the more it's going to benefit me, the more I'll enjoy it. I mean, in terms of like YouTube, I already do YouTube. Like YouTube, I started YouTube like 8 years ago.
Did you?
Wow.
You must be young. What? 15?
Yeah, I used to make dumb videos, like comedy videos, prank videos. Like one video I done, I take my brother to a pole. I wrap my mum's Range Rover in like tin foil, stupid videos like that. I vlogged in Pakistan, Dubai. I used to do vlogs like that. I used to love it. There's content creating in general. I used to make stupid videos, crossbar challenge, stuff like that. And yeah, I love YouTube. Like I'm still on it right now, alhamdulillah.
Would you say, would you say that's like a hobby then?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you good
That's how YouTube started. YouTube started way before TikTok.
With the crossbar challenge, are you any good at it then?
Of course.
Yeah.
Hey, put me on a five-a-side picture. Put me in a five-a-side picture. We'll see it.
Not no more. We're old now. I'm going to swipe you out with it. You know, I'm a good reputation.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely, I feel like YouTube. I mean, I want to continue with the same style, but I kind of want to go with the flow, see what happens. Because realistically, you never know what can happen on social media.
Of course,
it's just like I've had scares where my account's been taken down, suspended.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, TikTok?
Yeah.
It
was
under what basis?
Explain that to us, bro. What happened and why? And because for anyone that don't know TikTok like myself, I'm not really on TikTok like that. What is the sort of guidelines? What you can do and what you can't do? So for people that are watching, if they want to become content creators, just a quick guide, like you do on videos. A quick guide on what they should and what they shouldn't do.
Okay, so TikTok,
then I'm gonna add something onto it as well that I happen to ask. I'll add my masala. Go on.
So TikTok's very sensitive. Like I'm talking very
100%.
sensitive. Like it's become a lot. It never used to be this bad, but now it's gotten bad. But you can speak about anything about Islam and they might take it down. I'll give you a really good example. Andrew Tate.
Yeah.
I made a video of 6ix9ine says to Andrew Tate, so you're now a Muslim? Andrew Tate said, yes, I'm a Muslim. I made a reaction video. Literally, that's that video got taken on TikTok. I got an account warning. Post on Instagram. What do you call it? They completely blocked my account, blocked all my views. No, I wasn't on any explore page, nothing. So just for saying, are you now a Muslim? That's what the video was. 6ix9ine saying, are you a Muslim? Said yes. They took it down for associating with dangerous organizations. There's a video of 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
He's doing a podcast with Andrew Tate, and he says to him, so are you a Muslim? And Andrew Tate basically says, yes, alhamdulillah. Something like that. It's something on the lines of that.
Yeah.
That's all the video was. And they took the video down for associating myself with dangerous organizations. Oh, okay.
It's the Matrix.
It is. It was crazy. Like, I'm telling you, even on TikTok, I had like 15 Andrew Tate videos taken out within 5 minutes. And then the way my account got taken out suspended, so I was in Rome with my boys, Italy. I was just chilling, exploring Rome. And then I was just scrolling on TikTok, and then I log off for a few hours, come back on, we're at the Colosseum, and then we're just chilling. And then I go on the app, and I get a notification, you've been permanently suspended. I have a heart attack.
Wow.
I'm on the bus, like we're on a tour bus, and I have a heart attack. My boys are next to me. He's like, you're right. Yeah, because that's like, I worked my ass off for that. I see you've been suspended, and my heart drops. I'm like to my boy, I need to get off this bus. I'm about to have a heart attack. It was bad. I'm like, for what reason? So I go in and I click on, like, it shows your videos have been taken down. The video that got taken, there was a few videos. The first video was top 5 Islamic speakers. Okay. Talking about naming people. I'm saying people like Yazz Mujahid, Muhammad Hijab, Ali Dawah. People just saying names. Yeah. Taken down for associating with dangerous organization, bullying, something like that. Dumb stuff like that. Yeah. And then it got taken. I'm like, okay, what do I do now? I appealed it. And alhamdulillah, within a few hours, they're like, oh, we're sorry, you made a huge mistake. And they brought it back. But now, to this day, I still have an account warning. If you won't see it on my account, but if I show you on my phone, I can show you right now if you want to. Yeah. It literally says account warning.
All the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I'll show you.
So while he's showing us, yeah, that's the same thing that happened basically. I put up a TikTok and...
see it right there.
Yeah,
at the top, account warning.
Yeah, look. That is crazy.
This is the account warning.
So what does that mean? How many warnings can you get?
So the camera the account warning.
Look at that.
Can you see the account warning?
I don't think they can. It's a bit blurred out. There it is.
They're right at the top.
I think it varies from what it is. Yeah. So it varies from like what it's for basically.
Yeah.
As in sometimes it just depends on if it's like for harassment and bullying, then that's the reason it will get taken out. Sometimes dangerous organisations.
That's unbelievable.
No, but it happened the same with us. I put up there's 2 points here. One, I put up Tam Khan videos. Obviously, he's very close with Andrew Tate.
Correct.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Look, our podcast, we sometimes get big numbers, sometimes we get medium numbers. It's just the algorithm.
Like every channel.
Yeah, like every channel. But then with Tam Khan's, after like 200 views, it just completely stopped.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, cool. You know what? No one gets that less. Like you usually still get a bit more.
Yeah.
Second video I put up, 50 views. I was thinking, it hits the views and then it gets straight away. I got a message saying your videos have been suspended. All 3 of them, due to, I can't remember the word, and I screenshot it and I sent it and I was like, what's going on here? Then I found out literally that same day, Tam Khan got banned from TikTok. So clearly, as soon as you hashtag anything to do with Tam Khan or Andrew Tate, they probably have their
banned Andrew Tate hashtag.
Yeah,
you can't use
they banned it. You use it, your video ain't getting no views.
You know, the thing is, look, whatever he's done, whatever he's doing, look, if you like him, you like him.
Yeah.
If you don't, just don't talk about it.
I
always think the world is just so quick to just judge people, bro. Like, if you don't like him, don't watch his stuff.
But yeah, what I don't get is cool, you banned it on TikTok, you banned his name and stuff like that, but he's still a trending topic in the world. You're going through court cases, he's all in the news. So what's the point in banning it on social media? It makes no sense.
That's the thing, a lot of people have views, bro, on
Yeah.
But what they don't realise about him is, he's not asking you to like him.
Exactly.
His views, bro, and if people fuck with his views, that's it. They like him. So no one should be, I'm not going to sit here and say I agree with everything or I don't agree. I have my own view, which I only discuss with a close circle, right? I don't even talk about it on a camera or a podcast.
Might get cancelled.
I'm not scared of that anyway, but I'm saying in the sense that no one speaks the truth on a camera. Do you get me? And when you're making your videos, like you were saying off camera, you said, there's a lot that I do, bro, that's not really me.
Yeah.
Camera is like a character sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because, even when I first met you, I thought, you're so different to what we see.
Your videos,
But that's like it is with these guys.
Yeah.
They're not always going to be in this mode of talking about, right and wrong and this is what we believe and it should be like this. Because in reality, bro, we're not allowed to say what we want.
Exactly.
Do you get me?
Yeah, 100%.
And that goes in every culture, every religion.
Agreed.
We are not allowed to be who we want to be.
Yeah.
Because there's consequences for everything you say.
Yeah.
Especially nowadays on social. Right?
Yeah.
Talking of your warning. So do you reckon after one more video, they could potentially take you down permanently?
Potentially.
How many warnings are you allowed?
I think it's 3.
Okay.
So I'm on about 2.
So have you thought of a backup plan?
But the thing is, it's very weird because like I've appealed some of the videos.
Yeah.
And they restored it.
Okay.
So I should automatically cancel it out. But then one of them should end on the 12th of May. So hopefully by then I'll have none.
Right, wow.
Because you've worked really hard on this, haven't you?
Yeah.
How long have you actually been working on your TikTok?
I'd say about 2.5, 3 years.
Wow, that's
Every
a lot
day.
of time.
7 days a week.
Wow.
So that's your full-time job.
No.
No.
So a lot of people don't know. No.
So what is, like, if you don't mind me asking,
Yeah.
Of course.
what is your full-time job? What do you do on a daily?
I sell real estate.
Oh, so you're a property developer.
No. I sell properties for people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's fucking mad.
No one knew.
Same.
Hardly anyone knows.
Give me a yard.
Change the conversation. Now we're talking about your gang McDonald's.
Yeah, exactly.
So you do real estate.
Yeah.
Selling, is it buying and selling or just selling?
Selling.
Just settling.
Ah, how long have you been doing that?
About 9 months.
Enjoy it?
Love it.
Yeah.
Is that why you're going to Dubai now to box of some deals?
Yeah.
That's why I'm potentially going. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah, well done.
The plan is obviously to move to Dubai for me.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah.
Do you find Dubai is more of a country for you to create better content?
That I did definitely. It's a Muslim country. I love the vibe. It's safe. Like I can't see myself raising my kids in the UK. If I'm being honest, when I have kids, I can't even find a wife right now. But yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say you've been mentioning
But it's
getting
also-
married for
yeah.
quite a long time now, mate.
Phone rings every 5 minutes. Nah, inshallah.
But
Yeah,
even,
inshallah, man.
yeah.
Oh, even talking of Dubai, look, obviously you moving out there.
Yeah.
That's a like, kind of exclusive. You know,
Yeah.
YouTube.
Yeah.
With Dubai, what me and Seff, you know, we regularly go there. We just came back recently. Away from the fact that it's safe, I feel like for content creators, it's become the hub.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, in this country, the weather, the people,
Yeah.
miserable.
Yeah.
You know, not in a rude way, not everyone, but
Yeah,
just
of course, yeah.
general. With Dubai, it's like there's a next level energy, bro.
Yeah.
Like when we were there on holiday with our friend, big up Hamza.
Big up, thumbs up.
Direct
we were
man.
at-
Yeah.
I love you, bro. I love you.
He's the man, bro.
He made my childhood. Honestly, my teenage years.
Hamza.
I want to thank to him. Honestly.
It's funny because you know what, with Hamza's watching, right? We always said this to Hamza. Just who was it with me a few days ago? We were at home, and Hamza was there, and I said, "Bro, you know what? You are actually people's childhoods.
Yeah.
When people see you,
Genuinely.
Yep.
it was Charvel, yeah,
Yeah.
and we were like, oh, you know what? People actually watch. You are their childhood.
100%.
People
Definitely.
love you for that. You're like a legend to them.
Yeah.
You know, and I was telling him that you probably underestimate yourself
He does. I think, yeah. Definitely.
because he's moved on to such mashallah amazing
Big things, yeah,
achievements
yeah, of
now,
course,
and
yeah.
some of the things he's got lined up, bro, alhamdulillah.
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah.
When you see what he created at that time, when there was no TikTok, there was no Instagram, there was no Twitter, whatever it was.
Yeah.
It
Way
was,
harder
it was
than-
just YouTube, bro.
Yeah.
And to be like the first British Pakistani to do it on that level, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you know, his stories can go on forever. But
Brilliant, yeah.
You always watch them.
Death Bro was like, used to come from school, also used to watch his videos. Diary Band, literally all of them. It'd be like, you know how people would enjoy watching Simpsons? Like, that would be me.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because it was that entertaining, so engaging. And at the same time, you can relate a lot, especially when you're Pakistani.
Yeah, of
I
course.
mean, it was hilarious. I used to love it.
See, like people now watch you,
Yeah.
and they must feel like we want to be like you.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah, of course,
generation
yeah.
now that's growing up
Yeah,
watching you.
exactly.
Yep.
And that's why I always think with you content creators, there's a lot of pressure on as well. Because
Definitely.
you don't promote anything that's not right or
Yep.
anything controversial. I always feel like the knives are out, man.
Definitely.
Especially parents, you know, why are you watching this? He, you know, he said this wrong. Or
Yeah.
even if you say just one Islamic thing a little bit wrong.
Yeah.
That's why me and Seff, we
You gotta be
intend
careful.
not to speak about
Yeah.
going into Islam too deep because we're
Yeah.
not knowledgeable enough.
Agreed.
You know, and when we just said one thing, it's a school of thought.
Yeah.
We might say one thing that we believe in.
Yeah.
Like he might
Someone
do
else
the
don't.
day after me. I might.
Yeah.
Do it, and I might say something that's going to offend the whole community.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And then not only do you get cancelled, you get absolutely ridiculed, bro.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
call it cancelled. I call
Yeah.
it ridiculed. You can't go out. People start calling you. Your friends will indirectly. You know,
Yeah.
half of them don't really care anyway.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, yeah, I don't even mean it like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, social media, there is no prisoners, bro.
Yeah.
You mess up once, you're done.
You're done.
I agree.
You're done. And that's why even with you, bro, be careful. Man. I know you're very good with your content. Personally, I love it.
Yeah.
You have to make sure you stay really, really
Have you ever been in a position where you have to make a video that
like an
you're,
apology.
yeah, you're, oh yeah, apology, first of all, apology, but the second of all, what I was going to say is, what's that? Like out of your comfort zone. Like, you know, like if you feel like something's trending, you don't really want to do it, but you know it's trending, so I might as well do it.
It's happened, but I just deleted it instantly.
Oh,
Like,
yeah?
I uploaded it within a second. I deleted. You know, it is. I don't like getting into because you probably know there's a big like Sunni Shia, all of this stuff. I don't like to get into it. It's too
We're not
controversial.
knowledgeable enough.
Yeah,
I
Same,
always
even
say
me,
that.
I am
Yeah.
far off. Like
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
most of the content I post, if I think there's like an issue, I'll speak to someone who has more knowledge than me. Ask them, is this right? Is this wrong? But when it comes to like controversy, it doesn't make sense. Like, I have some Shia friends and I love them, but I don't like to get too into that because I'm not knowledgeable. I don't have the knowledge for it. It doesn't make sense for me to talk
Bro,
about
where
it.
we come from, or what my belief is, I've got friends in every walk of life, bro.
Yeah.
I don't judge no one.
Same.
You know,
Agreed.
whether your colour, whether it's your culture.
It's not our place to.
And it's not even nice to.
Yeah,
No
agreed.
religion teaches you to hate another person.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
You know, you get some people from a different background completely, and their morals are amazing.
Yeah.
But then you got someone who's so religious,
Yeah.
and they're completely off their trolley, bro.
Yeah. I agree.
That's more like
That's
extremists, isn't it? Yeah.
And you just think, you know what, it teaches you, we live in a really mixed society, bro.
We do. Yeah.
And we have to respect everyone, man. I think a lot of people, all that time that needs to stop now, bro.
Yeah.
You know, judging people and saying he's this and she's that, and you know, I just think leave everyone to it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
Everyone's
course.
gonna have their judgment. Everyone's gonna have their time
Yeah.
where, you know, as long as you're a good person from heart, I think that's all that matters. You know what I mean? You don't get angry. And you
No,
don't
of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all human, bro. We work
Correct.
on emotions. You know
Correct.
what I mean? So I think with a lot of people, they just take things totally out of context. man. So
yeah.
I do respect that what you
Yeah,
said, bro,
man.
about, you know, you got friends who are not, you know, potentially believing in what you believe in,
Yeah.
but you still respect them, bro. Do you
Yeah,
know, 'cause
exactly,
they're still
exactly.
human and they live in this really menacing society, bro.
It might sound bad to say, but at the same time, you also don't want to talk about these things because it can affect like your
It's a very
sponsors.
sensitive topic.
You know your sponsors and that. You
Yeah.
know in the future you might get sponsored by someone and then they find out you said something.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You're down the road.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Talking of sponsorships, bro, how does, for example, if someone did, have you got sponsorships? Do you
Yeah.
work with sponsors?
Yeah.
So if someone did want to sponsor you, how do they normally go about getting you on board? Do you normally have an agency, or do
Yeah.
you work with, or is it just you as a one-man team?
So the way it works is, I am a one-man team. So they'd either email me, message me on Instagram.
So you do everything yourself?
I do.
Editing.
I mean, I have been in the past with some agencies, but then it's been to a point where like, don't get me, they're good, but at the same time, I prefer to do everything myself.
Yeah.
Just because I never know what's in someone's heart, like how someone might, for example, someone might take a massive cut and then kind of like cheat me or something like that stuff. So I just kind of prefer to do it myself. So I handle all my emails, handle all my messages, everything.
No, I mean
myself.
if you can, why not, innit?
I prefer it.
Yeah, 100%. You know exactly what's going on. Don't you?
Yeah.
Exactly that.
If you speak to any experienced blogger or vlogger or anyone who's been through it, a lot of ups and downs. Like we spoke to Dapper Laughs not long ago, and he was talking about so many ups and downs that he had. Bro.
Yeah.
He's such a lovely person, but he just,
Course.
you know, naturally you get hard done by a lot of things. A lot of
Yeah.
things don't make sense. Even your own fans can turn on you.
Yeah, I
You
agree.
know, so I do agree with knowing exactly what's going on, who's controlling it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the sort of stuff that, you know, that makes you independent, I guess.
Correct.
So moving now, even with that, when you get to a certain stage, you always think, I want to evolve now. And we said that before, like, what would you like to do next? And you said you want to carry on.
Yeah.
Would you rule out acting? Is acting something because I've always spoken to, you know, most of the time, whenever there's content creators, they
gonna be
love
interesting.
to go into
Yeah,
acting,
yeah.
bro. And I've always thought you'd be someone that would be really good at it.
Very good question. It's a very good topic. So I've actually always kind of wanted to.
Yeah.
You'd be like always. Like, I don't really say it to many people. A few of my friends know. But yeah, definitely. I've always kind of like, initially when I grew up, because I used to be a like massive Bollywood fan. Like,
Yeah.
massive.
Are you a Shah Rukh Khan fan?
Oh, of course.
Come
of course.
on.
Like I'm saying, like every week, me and my family go to the cinema, watch a Bollywood movie. Like I know like, all the Bollywood movies, all of that, I love them.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, cool, this is something I might want to do. Or like maybe like the Pakistani movie industry, because that's still a growing industry.
Of course,
I'm
yeah.
Like, maybe that's something I want to get into. So I've always had it in the back of my mind.
You actually look like a Pakistani. I'm TV actor. You're one of the lover boys. I'm TV it is, bro. I know the names.
Now you put yourself in the spot. Hum TV, yeah.
Oh man, my wife would kill me if she heard this.
What are you thinking of? Like a drama or
At least
something?
one guy's name.
Oh, I don't even know.
Humayun
Something
Saeed.
Ali Khan.
Humayun Saeed. I like him.
Alright, there we go.
He's a good actor. So you remind me of one of them. And not one of the ones who gets cheated on. You're the one who cheats.
Yeah, I don't mind that,
And then
bro.
gets married to cousins. And
Yeah.
mad dramas. But yeah, I think with you, bro, that would actually be a very good.
Yeah.
I'll actually see you in that, honestly, away from jokes.
Yeah.
I do think it's a very, very good line of, you know, it's just, there's so many girls now that have gone from here.
Oh yes, there is.
Yeah.
And they've gone there and they've blossomed. Because I think it's just natural in Pakistan.
Yeah.
Or Pakistan, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They
Yeah,
love
Pakistani, yeah.
a British person who embraces the Pakistani culture.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people here, they don't really, a lot of Pakistanis forget not just Pakistani,
Yeah.
they just forget who they are.
Yeah.
Then, you know, a lot of them can't speak their language, they're not
Yeah.
bothered about it. With me, I'm bothered.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
an out and out Punjabi to the core. And I always think that for someone who's from here but still keeps their roots close, and when they go to Pakistan, for example, and they see that, they live in England, they've still got so much love for their own roots.
Of course.
So I think with you, having that passion, I think that is definitely something you should look into, bro.
Yeah, man.
I mean, I love it. Like, I go Pakistan every year. Like, I absolutely love it. I love Punjabi. I love Urdu. I speak both of them fluently.
Do you, yeah?
Yeah.
God.
You might want to test it,
Why don't you bust some Urdu and do something? But I'm not going to say it back to you. We want to stay posh.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's always something I've always wanted to do. But it's just about, I've never known like how to kind of do that. Like, that's where I'm kind of stuck. Like, I don't know how I want to do that, how I would kind of do that. But that's always been something I've like. A lot of my close friends know.
I mean, that's why, even though it's a good thing knowing managing yourself, but that's where an agency and a manager comes in play.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But I don't think it's too hard. I think nowadays, bro, there's a lot of connections, a lot of people that, can get you in there.
Yeah.
I'm sure we could help you out with, a few connects in Pakistan. And
Yeah.
It's about just, as long as they like you, bro. And I know it sounds really stupid me saying this, but if you're successful and you've got numbers,
Yeah.
then it gives them that extra bit of oomph to get him on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
makes
You know what I'm
sense.
saying?
Yeah, I know what you
and when
mean.
they know that he's going to be able to bring a crowd in,
Yeah.
everything's on numbers now.
100%.
Agreed.
Yeah,
You're a sports fan,
Yeah.
right? Everything's on numbers now.
Yeah, I agree.
Everyone talks about Ronaldo and Messi and their numbers and his numbers.
Yeah.
It's just numbers, bro. Everything's a numbers
it
game.
is.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think with that, bro, while you're mashallah doing really well, if that's something you do, then 100% I'd go for it, bro.
Yeah?
Are you a good singer by any chance?
No.
I'll make you sing. I'm gonna put you right on the spot. But bro, you know what? Having said that, now we always wrap up the podcast by leaving a very good message to your audience, your fans,
Yeah.
people that love following you. What would you say to them, bro, if they're wanting to get into this industry of creating content and being in the camera all the time?
Yeah.
And I've always said that the advice they'll take off you, we could say what we want.
Of course, yeah.
But your advice will be something they take on board. What should they look out for? And what would you say are the downfalls? Everyone knows the pros, but the cons. There's always cons, isn't there, bro?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everyone knows that you get hype, you get paid, and you get the money, you get whatever.
Yeah.
But there's always a side to it which affects your mental health.
Yeah.
And there's always, when I say mental health, it comes in so many forms. Bro. So, for people that are watching, what would you say to them to be aware of and what not to do?
Number one, hate. I mean, regardless of what you can do good, you're going to get hate regardless. You need to kind of be ready for it. A lot of people are not ready for it. And once they come into it, they get slandered, like it's bad.
Yeah,
You got to be ready for hate. That's number one. Even if you do good, you're going to get hate. People say, oh, your eyes bent. Start stupid stuff like that.
Yeah.
You're going to get hate regardless. That
Yeah.
definitely, I think hate is the biggest one.
Yeah.
You need
So
to be
you'd
ready
say
for hate.
They have to make sure the hate is something they can deal with.
Definitely.
But
Or
you're not
try
gonna-
to deal with.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not look too deep into the comments and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Just like I said in there, just bypass them, man. Don't entertain it.
Yeah.
It is hard. It's easier said than done, obviously.
Of course.
Bro.
Yeah.
I think it's the level of hate.
That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So that's the sort of thing you'd say that's the best advice you'd give is to just be strong when it comes to the hate.
Definitely be strong when it comes to hate. Be yourself. You got to be yourself.
Yeah,
If you're
be
not
yourself.
Exactly.
Confidence
Yeah.
is the biggest.
Be yourself, confidence,
Yeah.
consistency, and patience. That's a
Yeah.
big one, which a lot of people fail on. A lot of people don't understand that you got to be consistent with it. You got to be patient with it. Numbers don't come overnight. Nothing happens overnight. You got to be patient. You got to remember what you're doing it for, the reason you're doing it, and just be patient, and everything will follow.
That's brilliant, man.
Respect that.
Yeah,
You know
respect.
What? I was just looking at you while you're talking because I always say to Seff as well, when you create something like we've created this podcast channel now,
Yeah.
and I've always said that it's all about consistency, bro. Just like you just said it.
Definitely.
And to hear it from a young guy that's got a strong head on his shoulders,
Yeah.
really strong. And I love the way you hold yourself and
Yeah.
by that point, bro, I think we should call it
Yeah.
a night. But you know what I mean? It's a nice little figure of speech. There you have it, guys. That was Danzy, all the way from Tik Tok world.
Yeah.
And if you liked what you saw, guys, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe.
And hit the bell notification so you don't miss none of our uploads.
Danzy, final message, bro. If you want to do a little dance, a little John Marzika.
A little act.
Thank you for having me, guys, and make sure you look forward to seeing me on the Pakistani screen.
Come on. Coming soon.
Take care, guys.
Take care. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.
Yo,
Guess